Hello, dear esteemed viewers. Welcome to Views and Opinion on Hill Media Africa. On today's episode of Views and Opinion, we are looking at the Nigerian diversity, if it is an advantage or disadvantage to national development. Nigeria is made up of different ethnic groups. Among these ethnic groups lies various resources and potentials that, if harnessed together, could elevate the country to top rank of all nations. But instead, unhealthy competitions and suspicions among these various groups, fueled by selfish politicians, has created more crisis than harmony. So on this episode of Views and Opinion, we'll bring you the views of the people, whether the diversity of Nigeria is an advantage or disadvantage to the national development. Please stay with us.
You know, variety, they say, is the spice of life. It actually ought to be an advantage, but fortunately, will I say, some unpatriotic citizens are actually trying to use it to divide us. Plainly speaking, I've lived in some part of this country and I've met people who are not Igbos, who are wonderful people. I still have their contacts, they are my friends. And I don't see why people should be willing to stay on their own and not associate with other people. By the time you're exposed to a culture that is different from yours, you tend to learn something new.
Nigeria diversity is actually an advantage because, you know, it helps us grow, and then it's also good to communicate with each other. It helps we can actually learn about the ethnic groups of others, and then it can actually help us to diversify in the sense that you can actually, for example, I'm Igbo, you learn more about like Ibibios, and then the Hausas, can actually taste their food, you know what it's all about. It's very good for the Nigerian economy.
So, Yoruba, Hausa, suna taya mu Hausa mun zo Imo State, Yoruba suna ba mu ayyuka, Igbo suna ba mu ayyukan da muke yi. Sun saboda gaskiya suna taimake mu. So, shi yasa muna zaman lafiya na Imo State.
Diversity of culture, religion, I think to large extent it has been a disadvantage to Nigeria development and growth. Given that before now it used to be an advantage to our national growth, but because of some historical developments and activities and events, like when you talk of the Civil War, and when you talk of the political developments and the way the policies have affected the different regions and the different minority groups and languages, it has really affected the diversity and growth of Nigeria development. So, to a large extent, I can say it's a disadvantage to development and growth of the country.
Sir, we want to discuss the diversity of Nigeria. So today we want to find out Nigerians' diversity. Is it an advantage or disadvantage to national growth?
It ought to have been to our advantage, but as it is today, is to not only the national growth, but the survival of the people is now to the disadvantage of even Nigeria as a country, Nigeria as a nation. I say it would have been advantageous to us, the diversity. If you see, the first national anthem said, though tribes and tongues may differ, in brotherhood we stand. That's what it ought to have been. And our forebearers, the people who ran this country, created a situation of healthy competition, which was predicated on the diversity of the country, what you call regional growth.
Yes.
And then they practice actual federalism. The North knew where their strength was. The West knew where their strength was. But then it was like groundnut, cocoa, and then palm oil in eastern Nigeria. Well, the three had oil as something they said, the things underground. Oil was for all. But we also lost sight that gold that was from the north was not brought to the common pool. So somehow things have been tilted in favor of the north because we saw them as disadvantaged. And that had to be because the education we looked upon and looked at had to do with English.
Yes.
And theirs was Arabic. English was more accepted worldwide. But the Arabic world, the Asian world, it's no small thing to be ignored. So if we had put together the benefits the North derived from the Asian world and put alongside the benefits the East and West got, it would have been wonderful. The rate of development would have had in this country.
It would have been massive.
It would have been massive. So it's not something you just wake up and say, yes, diversity, our diversity has not been progressive for us. It is us and the managers of our affairs that have been a total failure. In fact, if you bring it home, the worst hit are the Igbos.
That's why they feel marginalized.
That's why they feel marginalized. They've not been able to put to their best interest their God-given endowments. You see, the Igbo man doesn't need to carry his certificate along with him. Put him in the Sahara Desert.
Yes, he will make something out of it.
He'll make something out of it. But unfortunately, rather than make the best use of this which God has given to him, he at the same time turns round to destroy himself.
Welcome back, viewers. You just heard it there. Most people believe that the Nigerian diversity should be an advantage, and we also agree with them. Nigeria's situation should be linked to a farmer, a hunter, and a carpenter coexisting together. The carpenter agrees to make a shelter where they will live, and the farmer agrees to provide food which they will eat, and the hunter also agrees to provide security and protein for the three to exist happily. If they all have this understanding, their various skills will be a huge success to them. So, we believe in the strength of our diversity. Let's make the country a comfortable place for everyone to bring in their own deposit and contribute to one united nation that everyone will be proud of. Join the conversation. Tell us your view on this topic. Like, share, and follow us on all our social media platforms. My name is Olama Vivian Chinana. Bye for now.